Hey, John Overton High School students. This is Craig Carmen. I'm the president of Safety Cover. We're a manufacturing company located here in Nashville, and we build insulated aluminum enclosures that are installed primarily on the top of a backflow preventer. And so what I aim to do today is walk you through our production facility, give you an idea how we build our enclosures. So the first thing I want to show you is we get aluminum in 2 different widths and 3 different lengths, and our enclosures are built of this aluminum. It's 0.050 in thickness and is 5052 aluminum. And we go through a lot of aluminum. You can see on these 2 racks we've got a lot here, and it is our #1 expense inside the company. So each week we will build a production schedule that is based on the needs of our customers, and that'll be stock enclosures and custom enclosures. And what I'm showing you here is an example of what that schedule looks like. So that schedule comes out into the shop on Friday, and it has to be ready to ship by Tuesday the following week. So it's a process we go through week in and week out to build our enclosures. While I'm here, I'll go ahead and show you this. These are enclosures that are packed and in cartons ready to ship, and we ship them all across the U.S. So back to that production schedule, the first thing that needs to happen is the aluminum has to be cut from those 2 different widths and 3 different lengths to the proper size. And this is our shear operator at work, and you see he's got a skid of material already where he's going to get that material cut down to size. And it looks like what he's working on right now are the retainers for an enclosure. This guy's been with us for 17 years, I think, maybe 16 years. Once the material has been sheared to size, it moves over to our notching area. And you can see this person is in the process of taking a look at this to make sure it's square. And you can see that this piece is square on the corners, so it's impossible to bend it until we cut some material out of it. So we'll stand here for a second and give you a chance to see what that material looks like notched. But we have 3 different notching machines here. This is our workhorse. At this machine we will notch the corners for the roof panels, and on this location like here, this machine has 2 or 3 different notches that we use for a few of our enclosure models. So he's notching this material now so that he'll know where it needs to be notched. This guy's been with us 6 or 7 years. He does pretty much everything inside the shop. He knows how to do it all. Well, there's some pieces right here behind him that have already been notched. So you can see now that this material has been notched, it's now ready to be formed. We've got 2 machines that we use to form the material. It's called a press brake. And this is our second machine. You can see on this machine we have a light guard, and that's for safety. Our second machine, we are going to install a light guard the first part of next year. What these guys are doing is they're now forming a roof panel. This brake, so you can see he's pushing the pedal to get the die down into position, and then that end gets formed up. It's now formed around the edges, as you can see. So we go from a raw sheet of material to a panel that is formed and ready for assembly. And there's 4 different types of panels that we build here. This happens to be a roof panel. I want to move over onto this other side of the shop, show you how we now take a panel that has been formed and assemble it. So there are 2 pieces material that go into those panels. Some panels have redwood in them, and all of our panels have polyiso insulating material. And this is 1.5 inches thick. It's got an R value of 9, and it's the material used in commercial roofing. So this guy over here is going to be cutting this redwood. He also builds skids that we use to ship our enclosures. You can see at this station, this person is cutting the insulation to the specific sizes for the various panels. This is the assembly side of our shop. We have a number of workers over here. And these two guys are talking about what goes in the middle of this panel. At this station, you're going to see two guys that put hardware inside of a panel so that we can open and close the enclosure. And when they're finished, they look like this. This allows you to get inside of the enclosure to provide service or maintenance to the equipment. You can see they're running through a number of doors. This is an example of a roof panel for an enclosure. Still got a couple of retainers that he needs to add, but this one's getting pretty close. We also build all of our cartons that we ship our enclosures in. That's what these are right here. And we build these from this stack. And we've got instructions on how to build all of the enclosures. You'll note they've got them marked on the end to let us know what it is, but we'll come back and put a nice looking sticker so that they can put the serial number on that sticker so it looks nice when it leaves here. So what happens is once the panels are formed, they move over onto the assembly side where the materials are installed into the panels, and as they're completed, we stage them back here. So all these that you're looking at are ready to now be packed once all the materials are here. On this wall, you see we've got a number of retainers that we'll use in building this schedule. And usually on Thursday afternoons or Fridays, we'll begin to pack the enclosures, and once we've packed them, they'll be ready then to ship. We'll ship them if the customer's already ordered them. We'll put them over in the warehouse side if they're not to ship once complete. I'm going to walk you over to the warehouse side and let you take a look what we keep in stock. And the reason we keep enclosures in stock is much like when you order something today on Amazon, you want it to ship to you that day or the next day. And so the contractors in the field are the same way. So when we get an order today for about 25 different models, the people that are buying it from them expect us to ship it the next day. So you can see we have a number of racks here in the shop where we're storing our stocking models. And this allows us to meet the customer's need. You'll notice a number of skids that we keep in stock. We buy those from a local pallet builder, and it keeps us from spending time building pallets and can instead spend that time building enclosures. And that's a summary of how we build things at Safety Cover. Thank you.